whistle. Brilliant! A worldie and a half!
Alright, so before I get into the main part of this video, I just want to say shout out to Eric Lamela. Thank you, you have done the Lord's work. It was like, I swear this weekend, it's like Andrew Wood's spirit is looking down on the Chelsea fans right now and the Chelsea Football Club, because the work that he's doing right now, I swear to God. Liverpool got taken out 7-2, looking shambolic. Manchester United 6-1 against Jose Mourinho, who they claim is done. The same coach they fired. Harry Maguire, criminal. I think that was the biggest mistake Manchester United ever made. Buying Harry Maguire for 85 million and then making him captain. Shambolic. That whole defense is shambolic. The whole team is in shambles. It's going down in flames. And all I have to say is Ole in all day. I am in with Ole, and I want him to stay there for as long as he can at the club. Liverpool looking fraudulent as well. I don't know what happened there. Liverpool just got clattered by Aston Villa 7-2. And I feel like teams are now starting to actually figure out Liverpool. Because when I was watching Liverpool versus Arsenal, I saw that Arsenal were doing a lot of the long balls. They had Luiz in there, but it didn't come off. But you could tell that the high line is their weakness, because they don't even track back. They just wait for the high. They try to catch you offside, and if they don't, it's goals galore. And Aston Villa really figured them out, and I hope that other teams can take advantage of this. So yeah, it's been a good weekend of football for me. For Chelsea, 4-0 victory, a very confident victory, and that gets me to the whole point of this video, right? So, the 3 reasons why Chelsea beat Crystal Palace 4-0 this weekend. The first reason is that Mason Mount wasn't on the pitch. No, I'm joking. It's not that. The first reason is obviously Ben Chillwell. What a player. At first, I was a little bit shaky, and I wasn't really with the whole Ben Chilwell situation, because I wasn't really sure like how well he'd do defensively. But I must say he's become a really, really good player, and right now he was one of our best players on the pitch. He got man of the match, assist and a goal, and I really can't complain about Ben Chilwell right now. He looks so calm on the ball, and that's what I've actually noticed about our signings right now at Chelsea. If you look at Chilwell, if you look at Havertz, if you look at Werner as well, they're all calm on the ball. They all never really panic. Even when you see them running with the ball, or if there's a lot of men around them, it's almost like they have the ability to kind of slow down time. And with that being said, you can see how calm Chilwell is on the ball. Whether he's attacking or defending, he's never really panicking. And that's what I liked about him. I liked the fact that he was going forward and tracking back as well. And you could see that Lampard has been telling the players to always stay switched on, because you could see how well we defended as a team. Not just Chilwell, not just Thiago Silva, not just Kurt Zuma, who also had an absolutely brilliant game. Azpilicueta as well. We just look so solid on the pitch, and I hope that we can continue to do this, because this is what we need in order to win the league. We can score as many goals as we want, but if we're not defending the way we should, then we're not going to win the league. We're not going to challenge. So I think that's the key right now, is us defending as a team. Even Werner, you could see him, like second half, he was knackered because he was running up and down the pitch. Everyone was tracking back, even Odoi, making headers. Like, everyone was focused. And I must say, shout out to Ben Chilwell. He's definitely the number 1 right now. Nobody's taking his place. I don't want to see anyone else start ahead of Ben Chilwell if he's fit. And I hope he stays fit after the international break. So yeah, that's the first reason. The second reason, and this is actually something that I never expected, but Jorginho. I know a lot of people have been getting on top of Jorginho of late. He hasn't had the best run of games, especially last season. It wasn't his best. But I was shocked to see Lampard start him alongside N'Golo Kante, just because they normally always play N'Golo and Kovacic, and that's pretty much our go-to, and everyone loves Kovacic. But this time he went with Jorginho and Kante, and I have to say it worked, because you had Kante, who was basically shielding him for the most part, and then he was free to kind of express himself, make those passes. He was looking like prime Cesc Fabregas with those long balls. Because I remember when Cesc Fabregas and Diego Costa used to play, Cesc Fabregas would just throw the long ball and you'd see Costa running and he'd get the ball and score. And yeah, he actually did do a couple long balls for Tammy, but obviously Tammy couldn't capitalize. But yeah, I have to say, Jorginho and Kante is definitely like a pairing that we're going to have to start playing more often and see if they could actually gel and work together in a tougher game. I know that Crystal Palace, they always come in with that mindset of trying to track back. They're very well organized. They have a very good coach, but they just couldn't handle. Jorginho was spreading the ball wide well, and he was tracking back as well. So it's not like Kante was the only one doing defensive work. So I must say that I was shocked, but it was a good shock, and I'm happy that Jorginho was able to play so well. We're going to need him. This just shows that we need him at our team. We can't let him go to Arsenal. We can't let Willian go and Jorginho go to Arsenal. Like, I think Jorginho still has something left in him, and I'm hoping that wasn't the last time we see him play that well. Getting on to the third reason, I know a lot of people are still talking about Lampard as a fraud, Lampard out, Lampard this, but this is the type of game where you see the tactical brilliance of Frank Lampard, and people need to start backing him. The board has backed him. We as a fan base need to back him because you can see that he has the vision. It's just that right now, it's not going to take a few games or one season, maybe not even 2 seasons, to actually put the vision together. So we have to give him time. I want to start off by mentioning the fact that in the first half, we had the ball right, but we weren't able to score. We weren't able to really trouble Crystal Palace that much. As I said, they're a very well-organized team. And to top it off, we weren't really in the game on the left-hand side. Werner and Chillwell weren't in the game as much in the first half as they were in the second half. But what Frank Lampard did is, if you watch the game back, you'll see that he pushed N'Golo Kante into more of a left, almost a third centre back, and then he was basically in the position where Chillwell was, and he was allowing Chillwell to keep going forward without having to worry about tracking back. N'Golo Kante was kind of protecting him on that side, and then obviously Werner was moving around in the front areas, also cutting in, which also gives Chillwell more space to actually run forward and try to get those crosses in, and we saw that by him getting the assist. And there was a number of crosses he put in that were very, very dangerous. So you have to give Frank Lampard that. Secondly, the tactics were on point. It's one thing just telling players go on the field and attack, but you have to be patient as a team. And I feel like that's what fans don't sometimes understand, is that you have to be patient when attacking. Yes, the goal will come, but you have to wait, even if it means waiting the whole first half or the whole first 60 minutes without scoring a goal. But you could see the continuous pressure, and Lampard got the lineup right because on the field we had both our captain and our vice captain in Cesar Azpilicueta and Jorginho. So you could see that the leadership on the field was there. Even when Tammy tried to get the penalty towards the end, you could see the captain telling him, no, our penalty taker is Jorginho and he's going to take the penalty. Doesn't matter what the score is. And that's what you call professionalism, and that's a winning mentality. We aren't here to do anyone any favors. We don't care about people trying to get their goals just because they're a striker or just because they won the penalty. No, we're not stat padding. This isn't United. This isn't Penandes FC where we try to give people goals, like free goals. Drogba never took penalties when he was at Chelsea, but he managed to be top goal scorer. So you can't tell me that we need to somehow give Tammy Abraham the ball to take a penalty just so he can build confidence or just because he won a penalty. No, the designated penalty taker is Jorginho, and it works, and he scored both goals and he had a brilliant game. So I want to say shout out to Lampard. He did the right thing. He chose the right lineup considering the players that are available, and he actually played everyone in their position. Obviously besides Werner, who's obviously had to fill in for Pulisic, but I feel next game once Pulisic is fully fit and once Ziyech are fully fit, he's going to be playing Werner up front. So I want to say I am so happy. It's been a great weekend for me. All I'm seeing is United tears all over Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and I really can't complain. And I hope that the fan base can be patient with Frank Lampard. As I said in my previous video, I back Frank Lampard. He's my manager, he's a club legend, and I don't want him to go yet. I think he's got more in him and he's going to show everyone that he's actually capable of doing the job. So I ask that everyone else be patient. And yeah, we're going to go through the international break. Hopefully nobody gets injured. Everybody comes back well. Nobody gets COVID. And we go again. We've got a tough set of fixtures. We're also in the Champions League as well. So we're going to be trying to push for titles this season, in my opinion. So I want to say well done to Chelsea. And stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be dropping a crazy interview with an up-and-coming professional soccer player. And I'm excited for that. And I hope you guys can stay tuned for that because it's going to be an amazing interview.